today. So no camera, nothing crazy going on. Just saying hi. Love you guys. I just decided not to hook my camera up. I don't know why. Just in general, on art streams I might not do camera just because the most important thing is, of course, the work that we're doing for paintball gun. And yeah, that's it. Come in, say hi, say hello. It's all good. Welcome to the stream, guys. I appreciate everybody who says it. I saw this really cool tattoo. I'll show you guys the tattoo artwork here. Hold on. I saw this really cool tattoo, and it made me think a little bit more about this design that I've been doing for a paintball team. We're going to start from scratch here. As soon as I get there, turn that off. Let's get up here. So this is the tattoo I saw. Hold on. Roll. There we go. So this is a tattoo I saw. They've got this like hexagonal pattern, and I really loved what this tattoo artist did with this overlapping hexagonal pattern and then a picture inside. So I want to come up with a pattern that is going to run down the side of the paintball marker surface, and then I want to go ahead and basically attempt to mask it out. So I'll have to do a lot of thinking about how I want that to look and how that's going to actually work, and then I'm going to go ahead and make that happen. But right now we're just blocking in some shapes, and that's it for the moment. We're blocking in these shapes to kind of get an idea for how we want our pattern to look. So I need the body parts here for the body mask here. And then we've got this body drawing. Sometimes this can kind of help with, let's see, let's also make sure we have the blur area there too. So you can see like this part right here, this orange part right here, and this orange part right here, all of this won't be visible or will start to fade. And I'll need to make some corrections to some of these other hexagons too, because this is a no print zone right over here. We can lose some detail right here. So because of this, I'm going to go ahead and move these hexagons up right here. This is all important information. The most difficult part about working on a paintball gun in general is the actual what's the word I'm looking for? Like the actual layout, like just making sure that your layout serves the purpose that it's supposed to. Wait, what happened here? Why is this all grouped? Command shift group. Command shift group. These are all in groups. Command shift group. Maybe I grouped it and I didn't mean to. But anyway, these are all, yeah, gonna need to be moved. Not all of them, but a couple of them are gonna need to be moved out of that blur zone. This one I'll probably leave just fine, but this one needs to come up, and the next one right here as well. And you can see that the way that they placed theirs is, or not theirs, but the way that the tattoo artist did theirs, some start to slightly overlap. They are not in exact registration to each other, so you don't get this like perfect honeycomb all the time. And so like I really liked how that at some points you can see almost where the lines would be. This is all clearly hand drawn. Like you can see even that there's a slight tilt to some of these and the distances are off, but the general idea is pretty cool. And I don't know if they have any symbology, the team, so I'm gonna have to ask, but if they've got any symbology that they want to include over top or throughout the piece, we might do something like that as well. But what we're going to do behind this is a series of different types of skulls, perhaps, and maybe a few other things too. We might even try to put some things weaving in and out of the picture as well, just so that we have it all working together in concert, if that makes sense. You guys, let me know if you can hear me all right. Like I said, I'm doing an art stream with no camera today, I don't think. I mean, I could hook the camera up, but you're just going to see me drawing on the screen. I didn't know if that was going to be something you guys want to see or not, so it's all good. I suppose you get my reactions and stuff to chat or whatever. Screw it, we'll do it. We'll do it. Change my mind. I'm going to hook the camera up. It's going to take a second because I have to get it in just the right spot, all that other fun stuff. So give me a sec, give me a sec, give me a sec, give me a sec. Oh, there's a camera. Oh, my hand's in front of it. I think that's right. Is that good? No, we're still showing the edge of a green screen. Okay, so there it is, right there. Good morning, everybody. How you doing? I had a late night last night. I shouldn't have been playing Call of Duty as late as I did with my friend, but I like playing with my friends. They're good people. We'll just put me... Where are we going to put me that's going to be out of the way? That's probably the best way to do that, right? Don't you think? I think so. Okay, so I'm going to be down this lower left corner this time for the art screen. For gaming screen, obviously I'm over here, and I had that set just like my gaming screen. But we're not doing that. Let's move me... Yeah. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, cool. Anyway, like I was saying, we are... I'm adjusting some lighting stuff that's going to blind me if I don't. We're on the paintball gun, blah, 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 all that other fun stuff. So right now, all I'm doing is I am literally mapping out a hexagonal shape set, and if I like it, we'll keep going with it. That's it. There we go. All right. And bring this down out of the kind of no print visibilities. This is an interesting area too because of the way that the gun face doesn't necessarily wrap around as much. So we get to mess around a little bit more here. Oops. Doesn't matter, we can bring this over. Push the wrong button. There we go. Guys, let me know if you can hear me all right. Like I said, this is just going to be a pretty chill art stream. I get some sort of stutter every time I try to move these. A little resistance. Like it's still trying to snap. Even though they shouldn't be trying to snap. I need to look at my preferences real quick too. That is super frustrating when things aren't working the way that you'd like them to. Like right now, when I can't click on my preferences for some ass reason. What's going on here? Do I have a notification I don't know about? There we go. Maybe a performance issue of some sort, I'm not entirely sure. Hold on. So I've disabled snap vector tools and transforms to pixel grid because that causes that kind of snapping. There's fairly sure there's other snap features here that I'm not finding. Maybe it's up in my Windows or something like that. I'm not entirely sure. I do remember there being like 2 different places where Snap is, like Snap 2 is an issue.
Good morning, my homie.
Yo, Gnarless, what's going on, man? How you been? How you been? Little art stream today, nothing too crazy. I'm just going through my preferences real quick. I'm trying to find something, might be under the units and guides, something that's causing, like, I don't know how to describe it. It's called snapping. Basically when stuff just kind of like locks into different places. Pain in the butt. Thanks, my man. I appreciate you. Appreciate the love on the stream. Hope you've been good. How are you enjoying the new game? Are you playing the new game? I should ask.
Glad to see you back. Smiley face.
Thanks, brother. Thanks, man. We gotta run some games sometime. I was kind of sad to get rid of my computer when last year, and Gnarless was one of the guys I used to run with. You guys haven't checked them out?
I haven't bought it yet, rolling on the floor laughing.
Oh, gotcha. Gnarless and I used to run on Modern Warfare 2. I'm kind of waiting until the new Warzone releases before I get back into that. I am enjoying the multiplayer grind, though. Stuff like that. Although I feel like I need to do a little bit of movement mastery myself.
I've been playing Rust for the last few months.
Oh, nice. That's a whole lot less frustrating in some ways, I'm sure. So yeah, I'm working on paintball gun design today, man. What are you up to? Doing anything fun for yourself besides obviously maybe playing some Rust?
I'm gonna need a logo soon. Maybe we can work on something together.
Yeah, man. You know, we talked about that a while ago, and I'm sorry, I just kind of faded off the scene. I'm pretty selective these days on jobs I'm taking, but since I'm working on client artwork, you know, it's the holiday season, and I need a little cash, so that's kind of why I'm doing client work. So I'm open. I'm definitely open. I helped Los MVP Gaming with his logo a little while ago. I don't know if you saw that.
Getting ready to play some games soon.
Oh, cool. Cool.
Face.
I get so few chats that I turned on this this chat texting feature. If it's annoying, let me know, dude. But like it helps me to be able, because I've got like 3-4 monitors going right here. So like it's all good one way or the other for me. But like if it bugs you, let me know. As one of my viewers, you know. I think we're gonna make this trail off more, and maybe we'll have like a background kind of vibe to it. But yeah, no, we can definitely work on a logo. What do you want to like? Tell you what. Send me a concept. We'll talk about it. We'll get a good idea going, and then once we have a really good idea, we can talk like, you know, how that all works and what you want to do.
It's fun to hear it.
Oh, good. But yeah, send me, like, you can DM me. You can. Are we friends outside of Meta Business? Probably not. Just yeah, DM Artifact Gaming Art. That should be fine. There we go. I don't know. What are you doing, computer?
Yeah, I'll definitely send you a DM with my idea.
Cool. I look forward to it, dude. I was thinking about picking up like an RPG to stream too, just because some of that can be fun. I've been doing, of course, a ton of FPS games. Some overlaps.
And yet I think we are friends outside the meta. I think you send me a message with your personal profile.
Okay, you can do it on either one then. If you've already got me, that's fine too. I just don't like how meta nags you, like, "Hey, you haven't responded to this yet." It's like, shut up, dude. Like, I'm a busy guy. I got low tier manager at a fine dining restaurant. I do artwork, and on top of that, I'm trying to do a gaming stream setup too. So like, there's a lot going on. Video editing, all that other stuff. I'm full up, really, honestly. So I just like to, like, I know I shouldn't let it bother me, but sometimes those meta notifications do actually have an effect. Let's see. I'm just trying to figure out some interesting shit.
LOL, right?
Yeah, right? You get it. So yeah, let me show you the tattoo concept that like kind of inspired this whole weird structure that I got going on here. Zero. That's the screen. So I saw this tattoo artist. I don't know who this person is. I just was looking at different like ideas on the internet, like how you go surfing Pinterest and you go looking around for image searches and stuff. And the team that I'm working with, they're big into skulls and stuff like that. So like we're probably gonna have a skulls motif going through these hexagons or whatever. But I really loved how he had some of them overlapping and some of them not quite the right distance. Like it's just a new take because this team's gun design.
That looks dope AF.
Yeah, right? Like this team's gun design has always had these hexagons involved, and usually it's in some sort of ordered pattern. Now they might have some overlap or they might have some raised ones, but they're all in like position next to each other like tiles, right? And I think that we can push that a little bit. So I'm going to try and do that with a couple of different things. So this is the inspiration. This is obviously not my work. I'll reference work, but I'll never take somebody else's work. That's never my style. Once I'm happy with this layout, you see all these, like this thing I'm scrolling through on the lower right hand side. That's a layers palette. Once I'm happy with the layout.
I want that tattoo. Smiley face.
Yeah, I want stuff like that too, man. I need more tattoos. I need some legit tattoos. Where? Oh, doing something on that. Not, yeah, I like it. Take those. Okay. Copy.
It looks dope, man. Glad to see you having fun and enjoy yourself.
Yeah, man. It's been nice to be able to do that. You got any big holiday plans, man? Move this over here. I need to show more of a connection to this side, right? Maybe something.
I have to go now, but I'll send you a message soon.
Yeah, brother.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
Hey, thanks for dropping in. Thanks for the comments. Thanks for the big love.
Just dinner with the family.
Oh, cool. Cool. Hey, have a good day, dude. Yeah, message me for sure. Thanks for dropping in. Thanks for the love on the stream. I appreciate you. I'm gonna keep that, but I'm gonna go a bit larger. So I'm gonna make that a top tile. So okay. So effectively what we're gonna end up doing with all this is we're gonna mask it. So I'm gonna take all of these shapes that I've got here. And then I'm going to go ahead and, let's see, how am I going to do this? mask out will... Okay, so we're going to go ahead and then create a selection. Control. I should expand this palette some. There we go. We'll drop it back down in a second here. So you can see we're just selecting all these. Holy hell, there's so many. Bottom here, double check. We're missing a couple, so I think they're near the top though. Maybe middle of the back. There we go. Okay, so I think we got them all. Let's just make sure. And now you can go ahead and make a new layer. We'll apply this mask to it. So we have these outlines. Now we're going to take all of these outlines and we'll take this masked art area. So we're going to take these, take them all the way down here. And then I'm going to go ahead and rasterize if I can. Will it let me, or do I have to do it one at a time? Rasterize this. Okay, cool. And now we can kind of start playing with the overlaps a little bit and changing the way that they look. So then I'm going to go ahead and go E. Now they're all one layer right here. New concept art copy. So this will be hexes. I'm going to create a hexes copy. I'm going to turn hexes layer off. And the reason is I want the original just in case I screw up, which I've been known to do. So there you go. But yeah. So this is the, okay, the general layout. I might mess around with it a little bit more, but I think this works. You get some overlapping, some non-overlapping. And I just have to consider what's going to go on top, what's going to go on bottom of everything. So I think like right out here, right now, I feel like I'm going to just kind of get rid of these guys. Oops. guys can see that, but I actually had this set at 99%, so it had some nice hues. I get real close for these parts because I need to make sure that we don't have errant lines. And eventually what we'll end up doing is we'll actually go over these hexes as well and make sure that, there's some thickness variation, maybe some textural variation as well. But for right now, this is just the basic layout. So once I'm done doing this, for instance, the master art, I'm going to lock in position right now. That way it can't go anywhere. And then once I'm done with these, get rid of this right here. There we go. No overlap. We'll go here. These slight touches will have a pretty massive effect, though, I think. So then I have to come up with a skull design that goes throughout this and works with these hexes that we have. So this is going to be a really interesting thing. For that reason, I think I need a central viewing area. So I'm going to try and do this. And then I need a background pattern or color set that's going to work as well. So there's some very specific things that I have to do in to meet these industry standards as a professional artist. The company that I work with is called Planet Eclipse. They have given me very good guidelines on what does and does not work. So for that reason, like this hex right here may be problematic. We may have to go back and fix that, or cut it off. Honestly, I have some questions I've got to ask my friend Cindy Poole as well. She's a rep for that. And I think they were upgrading their machines, and I saw something that was encouraging because it looked like the way that they were doing their guns was a little bit better. In fact, I'm just gonna shoot off a message really quick to that lady. Let's go. Sorry, guys, I gotta send this message to this lady. There she is. Sorry, it took me a second to find this lady. Get rid of that one. Sorry, I need to get some water, guys. You can hear that my voice got a little growly, and that's because I need to sip on some water. So I'll probably be stepping out for some water in a second as well. All in all, I think that looks good. The only thing that's concerning right now is this right here. We may have to reconsider what we're doing in this zone. Which is fine. We'll just have to be careful. But yeah, so that'll be kind of the pattern sort of established. I'm trying to look at it from different angles and different sizes. Excuse me. here. So we just have these like kind of quick jags that basically overlap. So now we can go to our mask layer, and we can go ahead and start really working on some sketches. We had some sketches going a little while ago, but for some reason I ended up accidentally erasing that sketch. So I think I'm going to start fresh, and then we'll go from there. And it might be more of a painted sketch than anything else. So I'm going to turn that off. That should be a lock for movement. Lock position. Perfect. Let's lock position of both of these things. In fact, let's turn the lock position off for the individuals here. Let's group this. Okay. Can I lock position of group? No, I have to do it for the layers. Never mind. Locked. So now they can't move, but they can be drawn upon. So that is perfect. That's what I need. Let's go ahead and get some paintbrushes going. Get some black and white sketching going. We're going to use the Evident brush pack. If you guys don't know who Evident, what Evident is, they are phenomenal. Definitely check them out. And then we'll go to mask layer. So we got that. Be kind of our sketchy sketches. And we'll use the pencil brush as well. Lower 50%. So you can see what's going on here. I'll make it a little bit more obvious. As I color, it's only coloring in those hexes, right? So like, that's fine. These colors is fine, right? But you can see that gap never gets colored in because I've masked it in such a way to stop all of that from happening. So now we need to come up with some cool ass skull designs that come across this. And then, oh yeah, that's cool. Okay, so then like maybe I'll do embers above and below, and then maybe some other like draculature pattern underneath it, and then the skulls as they go down the gun, kind of starting to be big little, like definitely different types of things. So I'm gonna go ahead and work this out real quick. And this one, these are gonna be again sketchy. Yeah. Here, through here, go up to that right there. The other thing I want to do is I want to make sure my background color will be. Nope. This rectangle. There we go. Okay, so now I've got a dark background color. This helps for contrasting and other issues. So now we can really get into it and select a darker gray. And we're gonna stay within grayscale for right now. Select an off-white or a light. So we've got a highlight and a darker color, and we'll probably go even darker with it. As a matter of fact, like right there. What we're gonna end up doing is we'll go ahead and start brushing in different things that we want to see for this whole thing. So like maybe we have a skull right here. A super big skull right here, like big. It's just gonna look like blobs for a little bit. That's okay. Not super developed. Probably get some reference going for some skulls too. But right now, just blocking in. And we can disable this mask too, which is nice. We can just go disable layer mask, and now that'll pop up above the other stuff, which gives us a chance to kind of refine them more behind the scenes than anything else. We can pop this back on for layout purposes. Keep working. For instance, I want to go ahead and transparency lock this, and then I'm going to go ahead and come across here. I'm just going to darken the edges. Excuse me. And the reason I'm doing that, even though it's going to be a cause for confusion for a moment, visual confusion, is that I'm going to go ahead and start a new piece back with this guy. So what I'm going to do is take that mask, move it over, it's mask 2. We'll merge this together a little bit as well. But right now, because we want to adhere to the So now I've got another skull behind. Maybe its eyes are slightly different. Maybe it's here, a little more forward facing. That's a huge nose. That's a huge nose. That. Yep. I don't know if she responded. I think she just did. Okay. Question asked. We can move on. Shoot. Okay. I see. Glad I locationally locked that one. So they're both actually okay right now. Now I can move this inside the thing. Perfect. Okay. So we're not affecting anything negatively. That's the only concern I have right now. Interesting. So let's turn that off. Go here. Just that side. Turn that off. See if we can move around now. Okay, good. So the mask is locationally locked. However, the other is not. So if I go here and I try to move it here. Huh. Crazy. No, see, the mask is moving still. So what is locationally locked at that point? Is it? Okay, so it's both of them. Interesting. So I can still move the mask, which is no bueno. We don't like that. Okay. Crazy. I'm learning something new today. All right. Stop it. Okay, now it's just acting stupid. Okay, that's kind of a good placement for a large skull. Watch that top piece right there. obviously a long ways to go here, just kind of working it out. Who knows how the end product will look, but definitely trying to get a good idea of what direction we're headed in. Let's go back up to that original sketch. Some good skull references up on the line here. So I've got some books, but I don't want to pull the books right now. Human skull. Here we go. That's pretty cool. I like that. So obviously, this is all Getty images. We're not going to be using the exact image, but we do like to have something to reference. So I always look at something, kind of reference, then change it some more, and then again some more. But it gives me really good rendering techniques. You can see this one. We've got pieces of the skull missing, which is super great. Like that's kind of what I was going for. So while it's not the exact same angle, you get a lot of the kind of like the arches and the nuances here. Kind of things that I've indicated but haven't really done well yet because we're just looking. So we might do like some hanging bits, some deterioration, obviously colorization later. But right now, not as much. So yeah, we have like at least a little bit of a reference piece that we can kind of come off of.
Hi. Smiley
Hello,
face.
how you doing? What's going on? Boop.
How
Okay.
is your day going?
Who that? Luwu. Going well. How about yours, man? Or woman? I don't know who you are. I don't want to assume. Sorry. Here comes the pitch. My day's going well. How about yours? What are you up to? Thanks for dropping in the stream.
Just getting ready to flick my stream on and do some melting of glass.
Ooh. Yeah, I think I dropped in on you.
Saw you were on, wanted to come say hi.
Hey, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate you. Thanks so much, dude. Working on a paintball gun of all things. So that's what you're seeing right here. This is for a client, for a paintball client. I work in the paintball industry sometimes as a freelancer to help, well, not help, but like, yeah, to help teams and professional organizations with their identity and stuff like that. I've done logo work, that type of thing, a number of other things too. But yeah, thanks for dropping in. I super appreciate it.
Oh, a paintball gun. Neato.
Yeah. Kind of one of those things that I grew up with a passion for, and then through life circumstances, you got really, really lucky. Almost a right place, right time type of thing. What are you gonna be working on tonight or today? Like, are you gonna be? Oh, I just turned my volume down. What do you like? You do a lot of glass blowing, right? Like marbles. I saw you were making marbles, which is my big thing. Is when I'm not doing artwork for other people, I do
Mostly
artwork for my
pipes.
stories. Pipes. Gotcha. Is that where the money's at? Probably. I would imagine too. Or is that just a passion, or both? Probably. Are you like a production glass maker, or is it more artisan for you? Do you have like a website, that type of stuff? You can throw that in the chat if you want.
It's just a passion.
That's dope. Very, very cool. I have to change this. This is
I
all
mostly do
funky.
production type stuff.
Gotcha. Yeah, I know there's a whole range of like people who do all kinds of
Got
like.
a few pendants floating around in my mind that I want to try.
Dope. Go for it, brother. I say brother, but I don't. I'm sorry, I don't remember. But yeah, like go for it. Like it's awesome.
Haha, I'm a chick.
Gotcha. Sorry. Of course, super important not to assume.
That's okay, I don't mind. Smiley face.
The funny thing is, at work, like when I'm serving cables or whatever, bro, dog, all of those types of things get used interchangeably between male, female. It doesn't matter. Like everybody's just they're like, whatever, it doesn't matter. We got stuff to do.
Yet I get called dude a lot.
Dude, yeah. So did you apprentice under somebody to learn glass, like doing the glass stuff? You're over on Kick, I take it, right? Looks like, yeah.
No, I just got a torch and let the glass teach me.
Damn. Self-taught, I love it. That's super cool.
Been at it for most of my life. I'm an addict, lol.
Can't blame you. If I don't draw, I go crazy. So I'm with you. With you. Thing that you do is super important. You know what I mean? I'm sure you do. I gotta preach that to you.
I cannot believe the amount of hours I've done, and I'm still so madly in love with it and learning every day.
That is so fucking cool, dude. See, there we go. You know what I mean? That is so cool. That is so cool.
I would love to dip my toes into what you are doing. This looks like something I would get down on.
Yeah,
I'm
so
not very artistic though.
oh, sure you are. If you're in glassblowing, you are artistic. You just think differently in a different way, right? Like a little more three-dimensionally. You know what I mean? Like a little more focused on like the outcome of a certain type of product. Like for me, my 3D render brain, while it's there, it took a long time to come into like to play. If that makes any sense at all. There we go. It's definitely what you do is definitely artistic. Like I've seen some mad killer skills. The glassblowing world is insane. Like how talented you have to be to get glass to. I mean, it's like a working relationship, right? Like it's from my understanding, like sometimes the glass goes in a direction that you didn't necessarily plan, and you have to kind of you have to roll with that a little bit.
Haha, yes.
So the closest thing I know to that is watercolor. Watercolor is a lot like that. So watercolor, it's obviously you're working with uh, a wet surface, and it's gonna be something that is gonna be beyond your control sometimes, and you just have to kind of like, all right, I went this direction. What am I gonna do with it? I'm gonna, I'm gonna fix it. The biggest thing I learned when I was doing watercoloring is to do like small test pieces. I'm sure you've had to do the same thing in what you do as well. It's like those small little kind of, those are going to become a lot sharper tracks, but I'm just kind of noting some stuff.
You going to be on for a bit?
Yeah, I'll be on for a while. I know you said you're going to start your stream, so I totally get it. Like if you go do what you do, it's all good. If you dropped a follow, I appreciate it. If you I don't get notifications from Kick yet because I don't know how to put those into OBS or anything like that. But I appreciate you on the stream for sure. Go do your thing for sure. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Nice. I can't wait to come back and see progress. Yet I've been following for a while. Green
Dope.
heart.
Love you. Thank you so much. That's so awesome. Thank you. Oops, that was not quite the direction I was heading. Great thing about digital art, of course, is you got an undo button. In fact, I'm noticing that the skull, the nose is more forward at this angle, so we're just gonna kind of fix these things here. Blur it out, push that way. There we go. That's why it's always important to have reference, kids. And I'm probably not getting this exactly right. That's okay. It still has skull-like tendencies. That's all I really care about at this point in time. Get a lot sharper once I'm more sure of the overall layout and composition. Sometimes I get sucked into a part like that, though, and I need to make sure, of course, that I'm doing design work for the entire piece. So we need to kind of focus on that. But it's okay.
It looks amazing.
Thanks,
I
dog.
love doing skull work.
Oh, glass skull work is insane. You ever try for a crystal skull? Back it up. We got something here. Need to work on some other stuff over here because that's not real together yet. It's not really feeling yet. I'm gonna keep that back one for a second while we kind of refine and work out some other stuff. I don't want to just do so like.
I was doing some R&D on one back in June right before I had to take a break. I pretty much got through the whole thing and I'm putting spikes on the top of the head, smiley face.
That's cool. That is insane. Love it.
Have a good stream and I hope something amazing and unexpected happens to you today. Green heart, green heart, green heart.
Hey, big love. Thank you, Luwu.
See you later.
See you later. I will be back. You know what? I'm going to check. I'm probably following, but I will check on Kick right now. Make sure I'm following you. Give you some love back. Giving you a follow right now.
Aye, tie.
Cool. Perfect. 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 I think we just got the follow on. Okay, cool. Have a good one. See, the art community in Kick is super small. Whoa, what's going on? Who's giving me that love over here? Let me look at my game screen. Oh, can't see it there. Full cam. Hold on a sec. Hold on a sec. I got this. I got this. Boop, boop. Somebody threw me some love. Yo, Matt, what's going down? Appreciate the like. Shameless, appreciate your love too. Thank you guys. Hope you're doing well. All right, let's get back to the art. Boop. There we go. I really like the positioning on that. We're gonna have to do something cool with the background of all of this, of course. He said he didn't want to get too darker into the earth tone, so I'm gonna have to figure out what we're gonna do, like, as far as that's concerned. Said I went a little too dark last time for their gun, so. But they definitely wanted skulls. They definitely wanted some other stuff. So.
Emote 1730767 emoji dead.
Well, dear, what's going on, man? I don't know if I'm pronouncing that name right, but I do remember you, sir. I remember your streams. You are an amazing artist. I appreciate the love. Thank you for dropping in, my man. Go check this guy out. If you are on Kick, look at my chat. VOULDIR, an amazing young artist with some really great talent. Very good.
Artifact.
Yo.
How is it going?
It's going well, man. It's going very well. Thanks for dropping in. Working on a paintball gun right now. That's kind of one of the industries that I've worked in before, so I'm just kind of...
1730767 emoji dead. Haha, THX man.
Yeah, no worries, no worries, no worries. Of course, gotta share the love with all the other artists. Of course, Kick is a small community, and so we want to make sure that we're doing that. Take care of each other.
That skull is looking nice.
Thanks, brother. Yeah, just roughing in right now. You know how it goes. We're gonna be doing a whole series of skulls. So, like, I don't know if you can see this really crappy picture, but like, this was a sketch I sent to my client, and then we got distracted. Not distracted. We found another piece that we liked, and that's this. So, we're gonna be doing like a series of skulls, kind of above and below each other inside the scene. And then outside the scene, I think I'm gonna have like some cool embers, maybe some runes, and some scroll work flowing above and below the hexagons, because that's kind of like one of their theme elements for this paintball team. And then following that, yeah, that's it really. I think that's gonna cover everything. They said embers, runes, skulls, kind of matches their vibe. They've been one of the longest running paintball teams.
Nice wolf. Is that for paintball too?
That
How is
wolf.
it going to be used?
That wolf is a reference pick, so like that one itself is not going to be used. I'm not using wolves in this piece. I liked the idea of the hexagons in this piece. So you can see like this tattoo artist, whoever this is right here, they signed this. This is their work. I'm not copying their work. I just loved the concept of the hexagons. Some of them overlapping,
Gotcha.
yeah, with like the drop shadows and that type of stuff. And then like some of them just kind of like slightly off from each other, not necessarily completely honeycombed, which is too regular of a pattern, really can kind of make a boring composition. So I just really liked the idea of that. So that's where all these hexes come from. It's just that loose concept right there. And then I have to get a series of skulls across this gun above and below each other, kind of like layered across the top and bottom of each other. So that's what I'm working on right now. That was just like the first one. I'm probably gonna do a series of them, and I'm probably not always gonna do it in the mask layer either, but I just like kind of wanted to see how it would look. So I've just been drawing on it in the mask layer. Obviously, if I disable the layer, you can see like there's all kinds of crap behind it that I'm gonna have to come in and edit. Maybe not, but like if positioning is final on this, that's, which I think for that one it will be. I'll just have to refine the skull and then keep moving. But like now that I see it, of course it bothers me, so I have to like kind of come in here and define what's going on back here. We kind of have that process. I can't remember what the name of the process is over here. Do you know what I'm talking about? And kind of erase out the rest of this. I'm going to try and keep this distance from the piece for right now, because if I get close on that, I'm going to want to start drawing.
Have you thought about the background color of the hexagons?
So not yet, and that's the thing, is like there's going to be two different backgrounds, right? There's a background, that skull isn't going to remain white, it's probably going to get colored. I'll probably do an overlay set, and then I'll probably do full color opacity, like full opacity color too, so we'll get two color passes on all the elements in this composition. And then as far as the rest is concerned, I'll probably have a different color going on the other side. So I'm thinking like a complementary overall color scheme. Their colors are interesting because they've done a number of different styles before, so they're kind of really open to a bunch of different ideas. They've done red, they've done gray, they've done steel, they've done brown, they've done green, which are all very paintball-y types of things to do. So there'll be two different background color sets in the hexagon, like one in the hexagon and then one behind the gun. I'm thinking probably something that's going to be slightly lighter or brighter in the hexagons, and then a background color that's going to be more craculature or textured. Not quite entirely sure just yet. So I'm working on it. I don't have it quite worked out just yet. Guys, thanks for joining me here. We got 5 viewers on Kick, which is a record for me. I appreciate each and every one of you. If you haven't already, hit that like button, just say hi. We are just working out a paintball gun idea, and I appreciate every single one of you being in the chat here, just hanging out with me while I do that. That's
emote 1730768
yo.
emoji devil emote 1730768
Oh my god, I can't believe there's these numbers that it has to read off.
1730768 emoji devil.
You're killing me with these emojis, dog. Appreciate you. All right.
Oh yeah, XD.
Oh yeah. All right. Push this. Do this guy. Turn this layer back on. And like I said, right now we're just doing loose block ends. These are all not finished. These are all very loose, but just bear with me, guys. It's probably not going to be a finished piece today, by any stretch of the imagination. But are you getting ready to stream, V? You don't mind if I call you V, do you? I just did. Maybe we'll do a front-facing skull up here.
No problemo. Haha.
I don't want it just to fit in there, though, so like maybe do a big... Ooh, we could do like a big skull eye. go big on this. Right? Bigger than this skull. Behind it, maybe.
I was thinking an opening soon, but I'm very sleepy, didn't sleep very well today.
I
But
played.
I also want to finish a frog.
Oh, like yeah, because you did those fantasy frogs, right? Like the one I saw.
So, who
Did that whole
knows,
battle pack.
let's see how the lunch kick in.
Yes, sir. Now, do you work for companies? Are you freelancing for companies or video game design, or like what do you do professionally? I can't remember. I think you've done you like I saw your bio on Kick a little while ago. That might be a little bit too big for a nose, but let's go. You're right. Let's get that locked in. Oh, get that locked in here. You can see I'm going above these, like all this art is above these lines. So, I got these arches in here.
I have been working as an illustrator for a couple of years now, and last year I started my journey as a concept artist. I started to try to go in that direction.
Okay, so like concept artists for, is there a particular niche that you're in right now, dog? Or is it just kind of like concept artists for everything? Are you doing video game concept? Are you doing movie concept? Are you doing just project concept no matter what? I wanted to get into fantasy artwork and sci-fi artwork for like card games, like that type of stuff, or like D&D. But I understand that's a really tough grind too. Like every art grind is a really tough grind, especially with AI being what AI is these days. I'm trying to get these arch shadows in above the skull here.
And also at the end of last year, I got my first work as a concept artist for an NFT video game. But it seems like the project died, or something like that. You know, because of all the money problems with NFTs lately.
Yes. Yeah, no. And not only that, but like honestly, legitimately, you know this as an illustrator, like how many projects have you seen die on the vine before it ever made publishing? Ever. Like that is such a huge part of it.
I just want to be a character designer.
Yeah. Yeah.
For video games especially. A lot. Haha.
How are your Blender skills? Do you do a little bit of 3D work too so that you can incorporate that into your workflow? I understand that's a big piece of it. I don't know if you know who Evident is, Evident Design.
I mean, at least I get paid entirely V.
You're a professional, man. You should be paid. Your work is top notch. Yeah, so right now we're kind of that concepting stage. You know, I don't know if this is how you work, but I usually do like a black and white concept that's gets tightened up into an almost final black and white version of the image, and then I do color. I might play around with some color too, but for the most part, like I usually do like a black and white, send that to the client, get their feedback, make adjustments, then I'll go into like full color mode. Once I have and this will give me time to like really work on the palette as well. I just don't want to get into color. I need to stay pretty much grayscale at this point.
Never touched Blender in my life, haha.
But
I did a little bit of ZBrush like 3 years ago. But nothing too fancy.
Same.
I consider to be at a good LVL in terms of drawing. I plan to going to back to 3D to add to my personal projects.
I'm with you. I personally I've only done some tutorials. There's some really like Grant Abbott is a really great resource on YouTube if you want to check that out. And the cool thing is from what I've learned, ZBrush, Blender, all of those interfaces, while they have their differences, are all oftentimes very similar. So like if you learn from one, you're learning the industry standard to all the others as well, which is really, really nice for you. You know what I mean? But I've been wanting to do the same for sure. I don't like that. Pull it back. Keep that sharp edge. We need a crack though, don't we? We need a crack coming up the arch, coming down here.
I can show you the only piece I did on ZBrush, haha.
Yeah!
If you let me and slash or if kick lets me v kick be buggy sometimes.
No, I hear you, brother. I hear your V. Go ahead and either, if you could drop me a link, I don't know if you can DM me or anything too. I think you should be able to direct message me on Kick, which is fine. You've got my permission. You can do both. You can put a link in the chat, and if anybody else is viewing, check this dude out. He's freaking legit. Absolutely amazing artist. I can't believe I have him in here, as a matter of fact. He's that good. But like, yeah, feel free to do whatever you need to do, man. You're good to go.
Copy a link here, see.
Ah, gotcha. Okay, cool. Try and DM it. Can you DM it to me? That'd be fine by me, by the way. And by the way, if you got suggestions on color use or whatever, I will take those suggestions. I'm always open to...
I sent it to you via IG, because I almost reported you by accident here. XD couldn't find the DMS.
I'm glad you didn't report me. Thank you. I didn't do nothing, but I didn't do anything. Excuse me, that's poor English, but you know what I meant. Yeah, thank you. I forgot that we followed each other on Instagram too. That's right, you pointed me at your Instagram, and it was amazing as well. Thank you so much. Guys, I appreciate everybody that we've got. We got 10 followers on Kick right now. I think we gained today, so that's nice. Thank you so much. I don't know what the limit breaks are for affiliates or anything like this on that, and I'd love to get to that point in time. Doing an art grind is tough, but it is 100% worth it.
$75 followers, I think.
Oh, yep, I'll never make that, but that's cool. I mean, guys, like and subscribe, follow, please. If nobody's if you're watching, follow.
Ha ha ha.
Sorry, I'm a child when it comes to this stuff. I like to play around. It's trying to come over here. A little pain in the butt. So obviously we've got a big tangent right here, which means that on this other one up here, I'm going to want to go ahead and work on some turn of form shadowing. That's important. So we can differentiate between the two shapes that we've got going. So a sec here. Oh, it's drawing in the mask like that. Let's go all the way back. There we go. But yeah, I'm just so excited to have you in the chat, man. Thanks so much for coming in. Everybody else too. Super awesome.
OMG, Kick just ate an entire paragraph.
Ah, yeah. You were telling me it was buggy. You're not lying. Get a really tiny brush in here and kind of separate.
Thank you for share with us your work emote 1730772 emoji
Oh,
fire
man.
emote
Same.
1730767 emoji dead.
Damn, and always keep going. Always keep going, right? Like every day we draw, we practice, we fall in love again with what we do. We get better. We go back to the basics. We go back to the good stuff. We work through.
These emotes have like 10 numbers, right?
Yeah. No, it really does, dude. I guess they got to keep track of their inventory somehow. Another cool thing I'm seeing that I'm going to have to add in is I'm going to go ahead and just do some random speckling, but like these are going to be the bigger ones, and then obviously I'll use like a texture brush or something like that. But like I see like random speckling, and I see holes in I'm on the wrong layer for this, like from the overcalcification. We see all these kind of like voids and deterioration. I love all that type of stuff. Like this textural quality of these skulls is what I jam on, generally speaking. Now these will seem too hard at first, but what we'll do is we'll go ahead and soften them up with the brush later. Just get these hard elements in, like so. And then we can kind of work on adding brush-like elements to them as well.
Question, is that your main brush?
It is. It's the Aquifer. What is this? So I use Evident. I use this Evident brush pack a lot. It's one of my personal favorites. I don't know if you're familiar with Evident Design at all. It's one of my favorite places to learn. I bought several of their tutorials and classes. And they've got a lot of free stuff online too, so you can check that out. But Evident Design gives you this brush pack when you...
Evident?
Evident. Yeah, that's it. Right there. Yeah. Check them out. But anyway, they are like it's like 3 dudes, 3 or 4 people. I don't know how big the organization's got, but originally just this one guy. And he's like a Turkish gentleman, I believe. Super talented dude. And he basically has worked in the industry. He's worked in many different industries. He's done album covers, he's done video game concept art. And now there's a few artists involved. But they they break it down and make it easy, and they kind of fast track your ability to do different things, whether it be 3D work or whether it be others. So I can't recommend them enough. Evident Design is amazing. I need to go back and finish some classes up because my ADHD brain has really messed me up on that, but like they're pretty great. Do you have a brush set that you like to use?
Interesting, never heard of them before, but I think I have seen some of their thumbnails.
Quite possibly. Quite possibly. I'm so glad to have this new computer. I stayed up way too late doing Call of Duty grind last night. I should have been doing it on stream. I don't know why I didn't, but I was just over focused on grinding guns. Huge into Modern Warfare. Sometimes a little bit of Fortnite too. I saw you were playing some games. What were you playing? What were you playing on there? Was it Valorant? Was that what you were into? I can't remember. So I'm gonna take a step back, see how I feel about that. It's a good one. Definitely needed to think more on light dark composition. I think I'm gonna make the background color lighter, the hexagons dark. I said it the opposite way before, but I'm thinking more and more about this. The hexagons dark so they have good high, like background contrast, and then
Yo, another paragraph erased. But I copied this time.
Smart man. Are you on your computer? Or are you on your phone?
Computer, haha.
Yeah, I found that was a little buggy on computer too. I feel like this arch is like lower than this one, and I need to kind of come in here and work on that a little bit. So I'm just gonna lighten that up. There we go. You can see I'm just kind of noodling around here
Weird.
right now.
Kick is eating a lot of my messages.
That's silly. Well, it's all good, man. Here, why is my... There we go. Caps lock on? Is that what's going on? No. My lasso tool was acting a little funny when I tried it small.
Brush. I mean, yes, one that looks like chalk, and one oval. I used to use a brush very similar to the one you're using, because it gives great texture, but I take more time than usual painting with it. I used for some cases.
Like when I'm trying to paint a symmetrical shape, that's very difficult, so like then I'll switch to a more oval brush or something like that. I know what you meant. I got you. It's no worries. Um, it's definitely right. It's a tool that I like to block things in with, and then I might come in with a fine brush or like an oval brush or something like that, and try and work the rest out. For me, it's just really nice to kind of like slab some stuff down into there. And you're right, the texture is really great. But I do spend a lot of time, and since my work is usually not time constrained, I guess I don't really worry about that as much as some people do. That makes sense. Is this all within the group? It is. Okay, good. Just want to make sure I'm properly stacking. So I just want to see what this looks like all disabled there. See, that's all it is, right? So I'll probably build this skull out a little bit more. Because if the client wants it to raise up a little bit, I think the positioning for the eyes is perfect. I don't think they will, but you never know. Oftentimes with your, with your clients, they can be very, what's the word I'm looking for? Not difficult. There's a word I'm looking for though.
Demanding.
Demanding, go in different directions than like maybe you would agree with necessarily, and you kind of have to let that go. What's the there's a saying for that oftentimes, and it's you have to be willing to kill your darlings or kill your children, which in this case is referring to your artwork, your process, all that fun stuff.
Ha ha ha, yes.
Yeah, that's the, kind of the idea. So that is super helpful to keep in mind. That this isn't your piece. Like, as much as you're investing yourself into it, and that's why they come to you, is because you're putting your kind of feeling on it or whatever. Like, ultimately, this is their product, and that's what you're producing as a product. And you know better than I do about that, But it's something I have to remind myself of, because the industry I used to work in was gambling. I used to work in what's called charitable gaming, which is not charitable at all, by the way. It's they just call it charitable gaming because it's, how do I put it? Like some organizations that run charities will buy these gambling tickets, like pull tabs or lottery tickets, which is what I used to work in. Basically, it was lottery work. And I started introducing digital painting because I had a passion for digital painting, and everybody else was working in vector. So as a result, I was able to differentiate my style, and some people would demand that style, and I'd be the person that they would have to come to for it, because they didn't have anybody else in their art stable who was doing a lot of digital painting at the time. Now that's changed a little bit. There are some really phenomenal artists up there who are doing some really great work. But I no longer do charitable gaming either. It's not my bread and butter. I decided to get out of doing commercial art on a large scale because of a number of reasons. And one of those reasons was they wouldn't let you sign your work at all. So that was frustrating for me, because I was doing this work, and nobody knows nobody knows you, and nobody knows what you're doing. Nobody can talk to you about it.
They don't?
No.
But can you use it in your portfolio?
You know what? I waited until they're published, and then I just did it. I didn't even ask. There were some non-compete stuff, but they didn't really pursue it, and nobody seems to have given me any problems as long as I didn't publish anything that hadn't been under wraps. Like, as long as it hit the market first, it wasn't a problem for me to claim it. But nobody's ever going to want to possess your artwork in a form other than to just use it to make money in that industry. And so that's cool. That's a lot of what artwork is, right? But like at the same time, like, I know I collect artwork because of the artists. I have some, I don't know if you read comic books at all or American comic books at all. I don't even know where you are, V. Do you live in America or do you live outside the US? I think you live outside, right? You said you are Latin of some sort. Not Peruvian. You're not Peruvian. Argentinian? I can't remember.
Yeah, outside. Live in
Peru. I nailed it the first time. Okay, perfect. Yeah! All right, cool. Well, so Peruvian. Got it. Um, but yeah, so like if you follow any comic book artists, you collect some art, or I mean, you were inspired, and I have some like I have a signed Michael Turner. He's a prominent. He's dead now, but he was a prominent comic book artist in America. I have some signed Joan Benitez. He does this comic book called Lady Mechanica, which is pretty popular in America. And then, like those things, like I want somebody someday to be like, yeah, Sean Jones did this, which is my real name. My name is Sean, by the way. I go by Artifact online, but you know what I mean. Um, and that would be awesome. So, okay, we fleshed the skull out. We're not going to go full, like, fully built rendered skull here. We just wanted to make sure that if we had to move this around a little bit, we can do that. So, now we've got that going. I think we need a screaming skull somewhere in this, like maybe going that way down the gun. Maybe we'll have some motion added to it by that. So I think that's a good idea. Let's do that. And then I probably need to get ready for work a little bit later. I'm gonna grab some water, guys. I'll be right back. Thanks everybody who's watching. I still can't believe I still have 5 viewers on.
Skull would be nice.
Yeah, I think we need to add a little something. Like a pile of skulls is cool and all, but we need to do a little more. So, you're right. You're right, V. I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab some water, and then we'll keep going.
BRB2, going to grab some coffee to see if I go to sleep a little bit or open stream, haha.
Okay. Got a snack too. Be right back. Going to grab some coffee to see if I go to sleep. Well, okay. See you in a bit. All right. Bye, Chad. I'm eating. looking a little lumpy, looking a little doughy. I'm going to sharpen that up a little bit too. Yeah, all right, we're getting there. We're doing some work, but still a little lumpy, a little doughy. I'm gonna rotate this upside down. Oftentimes, for composition's sake, you want to go ahead and kind of.
You use a pen display, right?
Yeah, V. Yep. I use a Canvas Pro. No, Canvas 22. It's a Huion. Nothing crazy. I've had it for years. I probably will upgrade at some point here. I'll show you here. Hold on. Let me just move the mic away a little bit. And then...
Oh, big screen. Huion, always wanted to try it.
Yeah. So that's kind of what I'm working on right now. So you can see as, you know, I grab this and there it goes. Kind of fun.
Yeah, looks nice.
It does the work. I saved up a long time ago for this and then kind of just went for it. I think I put this one on credit actually and then paid it off. Oops. Rotate. Like I said, it doesn't need to be a perfect skull. It's going to be... And it also needs to be bigger anyway if I was doing like an actual skull, but... I want to get those details that could be included if it shifts around.
Maybe one day I'll buy a pen display, too.
Are you just using a tablet? You just use a tablet? That's how I started too, and honestly, I'm glad I did it with the tablet. Because legitimately, the hand-eye coordination that you gain off of having your pen down on the desk while you look at the screen is super important for life drawing. It's super important for all those things, right? Like, you know, it helps you in so many ways to be able to look like have your hands not involved with where you're looking.
Yep, tablet.
Yeah.
Wacom Intuos large.
Yeah.
For like 8 years.
Those things are beasts. They're workhorses. It's great. Particular favorite of mine. I think I had one for a long time when I was working at that pull tabs company that I was telling you about. And I loved it. Right when I was leaving, they were quote unquote upgrading their systems. They were actually getting drawing screens and all that other fun stuff and dual monitors. But they were moving to an architecture with it was a Mac environment, which is fine, right? Like that's been a long-standing industry standard, even though it doesn't necessarily need to be. I had a friend who was, I'm not a big PC guy, but like I did buy a PC because it is the more affordable option for the amount of computer that you get, for sure. And he was really trying to get the workplace to convert over to that for a number of different reasons, because everybody else in the environment used PC as well, so it would make it easier for administration purposes, but also... Okay, so let's stop noodling with all this, because now we just have an established general idea of a skull. We'll take the disabled layers off. That's all you're really going to see, and that's fine. I feel like this needs a little tune, but I'm in the wrong zone. Okay, good. go. That's what I want. And then we'll turn these layers off. Then we'll come here.
PLS, don't paint on the hexes lines layer, haha.
Right. Well, and you can see I erased some of this. We have to do this. I'm just masking to clean it up a little bit because I screwed up and I must have erased a little bit of the mask. But there we go. That's good. That's fine right now. So you can see how this goes. Maybe I've got my music on random. I think I've heard this song a few times now. Hold on. No? Just sounds super familiar.
Wait, did you have music? D.
Yeah, you don't hear any music? And turn it up. I think I've got it low. Can you hear that now?
Now I can hear it, haha.
Is it too loud? I just want to make sure it doesn't like overwhelm the stream. So I try to keep it at negative 25 to 20 decibels. Is that good or no?
That's perfect, I think.
Okay, cool. Thanks, man. Appreciate you. All the tricky things with streaming, right? Okay. So we need a Screaming Skull. We've talked about Screaming Skull. We're going to do Screaming Skull. Let's move this reference picture off the template.
Your voice is like 3x times louder. But the reading voice also got louder, surprised face.
Yeah, that's the desktop audio. Is my...
Haha.
This is okay though? Like everything works? I just want to make sure I'm not overpowering anything. Phone must be ringing.
Isn't it from like OBS?
What, the music or... So yeah, I'm controlling sound within OBS right now. So my mic has...
The reading voice.
You know, it's Restream. So Restream has an option within OBS. So yeah, I could change the actual, let's see here. Appearance, embed in stream, bot. Number of different options here. Hold on. Bot. Relay. Let's see. Discord filtering, about. Notifications. Yeah, okay. So yeah, it's within OBS through Restream. I'm gonna go with do not read emojis from now on. Just because I don't want those numbers popping up. There's some options. I guess I'll do not read links as well. I will read nicknames. So we have a number of different voices. I don't want to change it on stream right now, but I think I can change all kinds of. Like I've got 0 right now, Mark and David, but I don't have like a volume control for specifically for the voice, at least as of right this second. Maybe I'll have to go to Restream itself and see. Yeah, there's no other controls.
Older. Weird, that's okay. It's not that loud.
Okay, good. It's gonna say your name from now on though, because I just changed that setting. And I'm messing around with a couple other settings too. It only gives me 3 options for speech. It used to have a few more than that, but that's okay. I'm not too worried about it. It's not the end of the world. It's not something I need to sweat on stream, for sure.
Volder. Oh, I'm going to feel very special from now on. Haha.
As well you should. That's too big, probably, for our skull. We need some Just we're drawing on the wrong layer. Pull that off. There we go.
Volder. Sean, I think the coffee kicked in, so I'm going to open 2, and try to finish that damn frog.
Finish that
I'll
damn
have
frog.
you on one tab, OFC.
Alright, thanks, brother. Appreciate you. Much love. I'll put you up too. Here, let me click your page. See if I can't. I don't want to navigate away, so I'm going to go ahead and see. How do I get you tabbed over? Here we go. Let's see here. Pin tab, mute tab. Okay, so I'm just going to mute the tab, but I'm here, and I'm clicking on in on your live as soon as you're there. So, like for like, follow for follow, love for love. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. You guys are great. Thanks, V. Have a good one. Have a great stream.
Volder. Same Sean. Thanks. See you later.
Sir.
Great stream.
Thanks,
Emote
man.
1730767
God damn it, it's still
emoji
reading
dead.
it.
Emote 1730772 emoji fire.
Thanks, brother.
Restream.io. Congratulations. You've received 100 messages today with Restream chat.
Whoa.
Volder. Damn, ahahaha.
We just broke a record. Thanks for helping me do that.
Volder. Yee, congrats.
Ooh, you know what we could do too? We could make a broken skull. That would be kind of fire. Ooh, gross. Not what I was hoping for. Ooh-wee. It's gonna look a little weird for a second. It's okay. So this goes here. So then we have a process that stops like right here. So the process is this little dangly stabby bit. So we can kind of use this as a guide here. we'll come back and we'll fix it, but right now we're just gonna make some cutaways and kind of clean this all up. Because we want a screaming skull. So now we've got a jaw. And the jaw is going to come right, like the connection point is here and then here, but it's going to rotate. So what we want to do is we're going to kind of imagine our reference picture and work on that. That's going to take some time. So maybe we go here, here. This lasso tool's not being very helpful. Make this a little bit bigger. Up against that hard line here. Of course, we're the interesting part is that we need to make sure that we have a darker. I don't know why you're acting like that, but it's okay. Portion in all of this because there would be man, you guys, I cannot tell you how much I just really appreciate everybody coming into the stream, saying hi. The pit community is actually pretty fire for artists. I appreciate that. Luwu, Bodir, you guys are great. Thanks so much for making it welcoming over here in Kicklandia, so to speak. Cracky lines going. Just a little bit more forehead here. I'm gonna fool around with this one a little bit. Just want to see what would look good. Okay. That's something, right? Does it resolve enough to be its own shape, though? Or do I need to add just like maybe one more skull? Should we get bigger? We get the screaming part. Not quite sure. I think that loses it, but we could... Can't go above it too much, so we're gonna go back. Well, guys, as you can see, the composition is taking a little bit of time. I am actually gonna go ahead and sign off from the art stream for now. I appreciate everybody who came into the stream. V, thank you so much. Luwu, thank you so much. Everybody on the Facebook side, Narlos, appreciate you. Matt Flott, big love and shout out to you as well. And the others who have been in on the stream, even for a second, I appreciate each and every one of you. I promise you that the art stream is going to continue. I'm probably going to do a little bit tomorrow morning. And then possibly Sunday too. I might do a little bit of out of schedule streaming, just because I've got to get this piece done for my guest or for my client. But I gotta kind of stretch, focus up, and I don't want to lose my inspiration for this piece. So, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and end the stream for right now. Take a break. I hope you guys have a good one. Thank you so much, everybody, for everything. Big love, big love, big love. Don't forget to hit that follow button if you haven't already. Much love. Talk to you later.